What will the next Bitcoin bull run look like? I mean, what are we actually going to see when this happens? Well, the price is going to go up. Yes, of course. We know that to be true. But what will the future actually look like when the price goes up and when the bull run happens? What exactly are we going to see happen in the world and happen in society when the whole crypto market rallies up to greater all-time highs than ever before? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe to Altcoin Daily for our daily videos on everything going on in the cryptocurrency space. Now, could you call today's video a little crypto motivation? Sure, I'm motivated, but more than that, this video is me trying to predict the future. As an investor, I like to try and think about where the world is going, and I'm sure if you're invested in Bitcoin long term, you've probably thought about the next 3 to 5 years as well. Actually, tell you what, in the comments, you tell me what you think is going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years, and then you and me, we're going to compare answers. But either way, if you're invested in crypto right now and you're smart, you will most likely get major returns on your investment because, in my opinion, the whole market has a lot of room to grow. So if you're invested in Bitcoin long term, if you're invested in cryptocurrency, give the video a like, helps get a positive message out there. And more specifically, if you want to support Altcoin Daily, we try and provide you with a lot of value, give the video a like. It's a really easy thing you can do. Simple click helps us grow as a channel. Anyways, let's get into it. Of course, you can't talk about the future unless you can recognize the past. So first, before we talk about what I think the future holds, let's talk about what happened in the 2017 bull run. Do you remember it? I don't know if you remember, but last year, Bitcoin began the year around $800, and we grew slowly but steadily almost every day. Now, Q1 and Q2 passed, and then by the middle of the year, Bitcoin was tripled its value and was holding around $2,500, and that's actually when the real fun started. Bitcoin began growing at what seemed like $100 a day. I mean, sometimes even hundreds of dollars a day. And what was once slow and steady just became steady. And then by mid-September, after a slight correction and only 3 months left to go in the year, boom! That is when the whole market exploded. And I'm sure you remember how unbelievable this was, right? I mean, Bitcoin was increasing several $100s a day, almost every day, and the momentum was only getting more and more out of control. I mean, $500 a day, $700 a day. By mid-November, we were increasing about $1,000 a day. It was truly euphoric. What was once slow and steady became a runaway train, breaking through anything in its path. And if you would have invested back in the beginning of the year and then cashed out in December, you could have 21x'd your money. But that's only Bitcoin. I'm sure you remember how unbelievable it was with the altcoins, especially in the last 3 months of 2017 when every single altcoin, it seemed like, was popping off. I mean, 21 times gains with Bitcoin seemed insignificant, with some altcoins, 86xing, 110xing, hundreds of times xing, even some of the lower caps, thousands of times gains you could have had. It was unbelievable. A lot of people made a lot of life-changing money. But then, of course, what went up must come down, and then we had the crash. Bitcoin suffered a major correction, and a lot of people were in denial at first. But after a while, just like always, Bitcoin got declared dead. Bitcoin was declared dead, but the interesting thing is that even at its peak, even when Bitcoin hit 20,000, the overall crypto market cap didn't even reach $1 trillion yet. I mean, as you know, the dot-com bubble at its peak reached $6.6 trillion before it popped, and that was primarily confined to the United States. Now, the crypto market, that reaches the entire world, so I believe we have a lot of room to grow, and I don't think it's too outrageous to say that eventually we will see a crypto market cap far surpassing that of the dot-com bubble. I know. Do you agree? When that happens, when we see this, let me tell you what I think the world is going to look like. So now let's talk about the future. And I think first, it's going to happen when we least expect it. It's going to start off slow and steady, just like before, and it will slowly build up momentum. I mean, first we're going to see things like big money entering the market in increments. We're going to hear about Goldman Sachs or Coinbase Custody or the Intercontinental Exchange or the New York Stock Exchange. We're going to hear about, tens or hundreds of millions of dollars in purchase orders that are being filled through those over-the-counter exchanges. And we are going to see a lot of massive green candles, and we will see Bitcoin being bought in large orders. And pretty soon, the lower highs and pretty soon, the lower highs and lower lows, like we've been seeing in the past 6, 7, 8 months, we're going to see that turn into higher highs and higher lows. And those same whales who have been trying to drive the price down for the last 6 months, now they're going to start trying to manipulate the price up. And at the same time that happens, the mainstream media will start talking about Bitcoin as a solid store of value. And all your favorite financial news anchors will now be taking the time to explain to you how similar Bitcoin is to gold. I mean, maybe even a better investment than gold. They're going to say things like 10% of your investment money needs to be in crypto. And of course, this is not going to happen overnight. Like I said, we're going to see this in increments, but it will be slow and steady, and the general public won't even realize what's going on. However, as soon as Bitcoin breaks through its previous all-time highs of 20,000, that slow and steady is going to get injected with some jet fuel. And the majority of the general public, they're not even going to be interested in Bitcoin again until it breaks through its previous all-time highs. But when it does, when Bitcoin gets above 20,000 and the overall crypto market cap hits $1 trillion, then a switch is going to be flipped, and there's going to be a calm before the storm. And then we're going to play the waiting game. You see, right now, the cryptocurrency market, it's still very, very young. But as more and more institutional money enters the space, they're going to bring in trillions of dollars in market cap. And if 2017, a lot of people say, was the year of the retail investor, the average everyday person caused the price to pump up to 20,000, 2019 might be the year of the institutional investor. And that's why you subscribe to Altcoin Daily, right? I mean, I think holding is one of the best strategies to make life-changing wealth. We talk about this stuff all the time on the channel. But also, let's think about what else is going to happen. Because it's going to get a lot more user-friendly. I mean, just like it's easier to buy Bitcoin today than it was to buy Bitcoin 3 to 5 years ago, just like the internet became a lot more user-friendly as the years went on. We show you this all the time in our videos, that this infrastructure to make things more user-friendly and allow big money to enter the space, this stuff is being created. And while the general public, they're ignorant to this, when they finally wake up to what's going on, they're going to think all this appeared overnight. So, what else are we going to see? Well, big businesses that sell directly to the consumers, they're going to start accepting cryptocurrency because they want to make money that's going to appreciate and go up in value. They're going to start accepting things like Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash or Stellar Lumens or Litecoin or Cardano or what have you. But of course, that's just a start, because then we're going to see big, recognizable companies rolling out their own cryptocurrencies. Starbucks or YouTube or Facebook will invite you to transact with their new altcoin. And at that time, many people, their first altcoin will be a corporate crypto. Think about that. They're going to invest in, or they're going to buy a Starbucks or a Zucker coin or what have you. Would you buy a Zucker coin? I would. And that is when we will truly be in a crypto bubble. That is when we are truly going to see everything moon. I mean, cryptocurrency will have legitimized its place in the mainstream culture. Bitcoin will be seen as a legitimate store of value. Everybody will be talking about it. Everybody will be FOMOing in. And then we will see another crash again. And Bitcoin will be declared dead again. And many altcoins will go away, but the good ones, just like the good companies in the .com bubble, like Google or Yahoo or Amazon, they will go back and they will go higher and surpass their all-time highs even after the next crash. And that is my prediction. That is what I think is going to happen. Of course, this is all speculation, but I'm curious to know how you think the next bull run will go down. What altcoins do you think will lead us into the next bull run? Is it altcoins we talk about? Is it altcoins that maybe it's on your radar? Comment below, let's get into a discussion. And if you found value in today's video, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you can join our community, stay a part of the daily crypto content. And like always, guys, I see a bright future for cryptocurrency. I try and keep this stuff on your radar. Nobody knows when or how or specifically when. Nobody knows when the next bull run is going to happen, if it's going to be at the end of this year or 2019, but I do see us reaching greater all-time highs than ever before. We point out all the green flags in the market all the time. So I hope you found value in today's video. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.